Welcome back to another episode of Happy Hour Podcast. I'm Coop.
I'm Sam.
And today we're going to talk about the controversy between the new Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Should be interesting. Our brewing company that we're going to review is from Tall Tales. And we have the long-awaited debate of tits over ass.
Or ass over tits.
Well, I guess that's the debate, yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into this.
All right, we'll start. All right, so the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just got a couple new inductees among Cheap Trick and some other ones, some good ones. NWA, who I'm actually a fan of, just got inducted in. Gene Simmons from Kiss doesn't really like that.
Yeah, no, he's pretty upset about it. He's basically saying he said some during some interview. He was like, "Well, if NWA can get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, then Led Zeppelin should be led into the Rap Hall of Fame, Hip Hop Hall of Fame."
Yeah, now I see where Ice Cube is coming from with some of this. You know, he's talking about expression and how rock and roll isn't a type of music. It's not a style. It's not an instrument that you play. Because Gene Simmons is saying, "Oh, well, they can't play guitars. They shouldn't be involved." But it's more of a way of life and a way of energy is what...
like a rebellion kind of...
Ice Cube is saying.
rebellion type of thing. I mean, they're not the first group, rap, hip-hop artists, to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There was also Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, which the Beastie Boys, they do have a rock,
I can see
rock
that.
sound.
Well, Run DMC did that thing with Aerosmith with Walk This Way. I mean, they have some rock elements, I guess, in their music.
Yeah, but I feel like rock and roll... Yes, when you think rock and roll, you think guitars and drums and things like that. But I also feel like the very base, the element of rock and roll is rebellion. And, I mean, NWA is definitely one of those groups that has that.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't have a problem with them coming into it. I mean, I think it's pretty cool,
I don't have
actually.
a problem with it. I mean, I like the band. I mean, I like the group and everything. But I do see where he's coming from. I mean, especially if you have that's your genre. Like, if you search it, that's your genre. It's hip-hop. And they do have a hip-hop Hall of Fame. So, I mean, is it fair? Man, I don't know. This is one of those stupid things that people get upset about nowadays, and it doesn't matter to me.
I feel like Gene Simmons is just like throwing up some propaganda. You know, his show kind of went down the drain.
Trying to get back out there, get his name back out there.
Yeah, he wanted to start some crap, or it could just be some race bait. We can't be having these people on our in our group, like they're not allowed. They only use beats and rap, and I don't know. It doesn't seem right to me, but I definitely think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I know a lot of people have been talking about this. So maybe it is a ploy to get his name back into the spotlight, because I haven't heard much about him since the show kind of ended.
Yeah,
I love Kiss, but
Kiss is a shit. I used to have a neighbor across the street from me. Like, he was or still is a massive Kiss fanboy. Like, he dresses up, he goes to their concerts, puts the war paint on.
Yes,
he has a whole entire office in his house just completely kissed out.
That's awesome. You know what he should get? They have. Oh, I saw this the other day. I was actually looking at this at work. They have a Kiss coffin.
Oh, yes. It's super expensive, too.
Yeah. I couldn't find a price, but it was like thousands of dollars.
Kiss totally capitalized off of rock and roll. They even have a Kiss cruise. A whole cruise that's just Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
I would love that. That'd be awesome.
Who's your favorite Kiss?
Not fucking the Star Child. No.
Why not? Star Child's kind of cool. I don't.
Whatever.
I mean, Gene Simmons.
I gotta go. Gene, you got that tongue.
He had the tongue, and he had the axe. It was the axe,
God.
the battle axe, the grinding axe.
Great.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. They're like one of those bands, though. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Gore.
Yeah, Gore. Yeah.
Okay, so Gore, when you see
they dress up and everything, I love the costumes.
Yeah, but when you see Gore, you think it's going to be like some super, heavy death metal music they're going to be playing, but they play like these like ballads and like
ballads, love songs.
Yeah, that kind of stuff while they're disemboweling Hillary Clinton and stuff on stage. But I just don't see that. So when I see Kiss, when I first saw Kiss, I was like, holy crap, what kind of music they're going to play? Mind you, I was only like 8-9 years old when I first came upon them, but yeah, it's funny how crazy they'll dress up. But I mean, that's all part of your showsmanship, and ultimately
great showmanship.
Yeah, ultimately, I think that's what really made them famous. I mean, their music is great too, but yeah, the whole show,
it's
dressing
a whole
up,
experience.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
all visual, sound, everything, and it all comes together, and they did fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. And then Ice Cube, it was funny because he actually posted on Twitter.
Yeah, they were having a Twitter battle back and forth.
And what he wrote was actually pretty good, and that's what made me agree with letting them into the Hall of Fame. Like I have a choice in it, but he said rock and roll is not an instrument. It's not even a style of music. It's a spirit that's been going on since the blues, jazz, bebop, soul, rock and roll, R&B, heavy metal, punk rock, and yes, hip hop. Rock and roll is not conforming to the people who came before you, but creating your own path in music and life. That is rock and roll, and that is us.
I like that.
And then at the end, he put, and I say this with a kiss. Yeah, a little poke at him there.
Oh, it sounds like the new No Vaseline song that's about to come out. Super diss. Let's do it.
Yes, but nothing about Ice Cube. He's got another movie coming out. They're making another Friday. They're making last.
Are they making the next Friday movie?
Yeah, it's like the last one. I know Chris Tucker's back in it.
Really?
I've seen.
I know they're doing the new Barbershop movie. I know that.
They're doing a new Barbershop.
The next cut.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that when he went in for that role for the movie, he didn't even like study the script or anything. But the director was like, "I want you to play the part, but like you need to start studying your lines. Like you need to learn this kind of stuff." I mean, I to this day still quote a lot of the lines from that movie.
It's not as easy when you don't write everything yourself, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, look, he probably told him, he was like, "Look, it's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got
shit to do.
Yeah. So start studying your script, you know.
And then you can get high today.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty cool. But so
let us know what you think.
Yeah,
should NWA or any hip hop artist be allowed into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I know it's a little bit touchy subject right now, so let's. I would love to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, so write us up on our Facebook at facebook.com/Happy Hour Talk, and you can also comment on our YouTube at the same team at youtube.com/Happy Hour Podcast. So give us some comments, and maybe we'll talk about some of them on our next show.
Yeah, and of course, all our links will be in the description of the video. Let's get into our beer review.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is from Tall Tales Brewing Company. That's in Maryland. And I just picked this up. I saw it on the shelf. It looks really cool. It's got a little island theme here. It's some beach island ale. And it's got like a little, island dude and his little skirt thing. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. And he's got his little lei. He's got his lei on.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. The brewing company is pretty cool. They name all their beers after pretty cool things. They got like John Henry, Excalibur, Sasquatch, and even Redheaded Stepchild.
Ooh, Redheaded Stepchild.
Yeah, so they have. It's a pretty small brewing company out in Maryland. So it's pretty awesome that nowadays you can get beer from anywhere pretty much if they have that type of way to get out there,
Yeah, definitely got to mass produce and sell to your vendors and get that name out there.
Man, it's so nice. I actually over the weekend I went down to North Carolina in Charlotte.
How was that? Where'd you guys go?
So we went to a buddy of mine, a buddy of mine's buddy, just recently opened a brewing company called Sugar Creek Brewing, and we'll definitely get one of those beers eventually. To review on here as well. They were completely awesome. I definitely loved it. The whole vibe there. They let your dogs there. It wasn't like one of those like.
So it's like a hipster fest.
It wasn't a hipster fest. No, Charlotte doesn't really have too many hipsters.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll go.
Yeah, they had a really good band there, and the beer and just everything that they're doing is pretty cool. So keep an eye out for them. They should be up and coming.
Nice.
But so let's take a sip. So we're gonna rate this. We do this off of try it. Buy it or just pass.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, don't.
All right, so
let's take a sip.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
it's interesting.
Wow. Okay.
Now, it did say that it had pineapple and orange tones in it. Is that what the official word is?
Yeah, it's definitely got a pineapple taste.
I can definitely taste it.
It's like a pineapple, then hop, then kind of like an orange there, like a blue moon there towards the end.
Yeah, I think Blue Moon. It's almost like a Blue Moon. I think Blue Moon tastes more orangey and more acidic, and that's why I really don't like Blue Moon is the acidity.
Yeah, Blue Moon. I can't have one too
this
many of
doesn't
those
have
either.
that. This doesn't have that.
No, but I definitely like the pineapple. I don't think I've ever actually had a pineapple beer.
Ever.
I've had blueberry. I've had some pretty unique stuff.
That blueberry stuff.
Yeah.
That was so good.
I can't remember the name of it now, but it's some pretty good beer too. But so Sun Beach Ale. It's pretty unique, cool little cover. It kind of catches your eye. So if you ever seen it out there, you should definitely go out there and give it a try. It's a 4.8% alcohol by volume.
Not too bad.
So it's not. Well, you can have a couple of these, and
It's not gonna get you fucked up.
Yeah, you're not gonna be screwed over. So I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna take another sip of it actually.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, the pineapple is very strong.
Yeah, I'm really curious on how they actually infuse that into the beer, like the whole process. Like, so when I went through that tour on at Sugar Creek, man, it's just like such a in-depth process of actually having to brew your beer, and not even just like brewing it to the way you like it, like with the barrels and everything else, but just the distribution side. Like, there are so many laws and like crazy things that you have to go through,
like regulations that it has to be made to.
Yeah,
before
man,
you can start getting into the creative part.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, so I mean, hats off to them. They even actually have they do CrossFit. It was like what was it? It was dumbbells, bells, and brews. It was like a workout and then have beer afterwards.
That sounds horrible.
yeah, it was pretty cool. So they do a bunch of cool little events there. So I definitely love going to breweries. They're coming up now, especially craft beers. One of my favorites is Hardywood as well. Have you been out there yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, well, I'll maybe take you out there this weekend. It's pretty nice out there. They usually have it's a large venue there as well. So they have like little bazaars where people can come sell their little knickknacks and stuff, or they'll have like a live band when they do like a release of some beer or something like that. So
sounds
yeah.
cool.
So if you've never been to a brewery, I highly recommend go out. Get caught with the fever and get part of the vibe of going out there and meeting new people and trying delicious beer.
But don't be a hipster. Don't be a hipster.
I disagree. You can be a hipster.
Sam's a hipster.
I'm not. I'm a hybrid hipster.
Whatever.
I'm a hybrid hipster. I'm not full hipster until
you get the man bun.
Well, that'll never happen. No, unfortunately, I couldn't be perfect. I would be perfect. God was like, nope, taking the hair off. No
He's
hair.
Too damn good.
Yeah.
Forget the hair.
Yeah, forget the hair.
You need to even him out. Level the playing field.
I would have been a killer. It would have happened. But yeah, so I'm gonna give this beer a buy.
I'm like torn between buy and try because the pineapple makes me want to like buy it, but I don't know. It's so good. I'm gonna say buy because this is so good. I would just always drink this. This would be like my go-to. It's almost like I want to sit on my porch in the nice sunny day, or down by the barbecue when we hang out our barbecues in the summer, and we just drink this in the sun, and it's nice, cool, refreshing, and it's not too strong, so you won't get fucked up. It's good for the beach.
God, I know. I'm so excited about beach season.
Oh, it's almost here.
We're stationed out here in Virginia, and the weather here is probably one of the most craziest. It's like a woman on her period 24/7.
So to give you an idea of this, the other day it was snowing, literally snowing. And then the day afterwards,
in April.
It is. Oh yeah, it's April. So by the way, it's April. And the next day, it was 80 degrees out. Then it was 50 and windy. The next day,
and then it was
pouring rain and 60, humid. All this. It's just horrible.
It's insane. It's literally. I've never lived in a place like that. I'm originally from Miami, so it's always just hot and humid.
Yeah, humid.
Yeah, it's just very rarely anything different than that. So coming to Virginia, it's definitely a eye opener as far as how weather goes. I mean, it's just literally crazy. Like, you don't know whether to bring out your umbrella, your jacket, or your shorts.
Just bring everything.
Just wear it
literally
all at once.
Everything.
Yeah, that's
layers are your friend.
We should patent something where we can just like make something where
they have that. It's like the zipper pants, those fucking dad pants that you travel with. So
dad
you have like
pants.
You
put it inside your fanny pack. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you put the legs inside your fanny pack when you're not wearing them as pants. Oh my god.
No, yeah, I'm definitely not on that. But so let's get into the heated.
Oh, the debate, the big debate.
This is the very heated debate. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this debate. You might want to stop it from here. This is where the men come out and talk, and so this is a very big discussion.
We might get a little graphic.
Possibly, it's possibly. Maybe. Yeah, this is what is it? NC-17.
I think explicit, adulterated, unadulterated.
It's not triple X. We're not gonna get.
No, it's definitely not triple X.
No, yeah. So it's like a rated R film, I guess. Yeah, you could say that.
I'll say NC-17.
All right. So, what is better, in your opinion, Coop? Is it ass or tits?
I am usually a tit guy.
See, I like the tits, but let's throw some facts out there real
Facts.
quick.
I
Some
like
facts. Number one, tits are one of those things that I don't want to get fully attached to. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because what's going to happen, right? I'm going to get with my girl. I'm going to just fall in love with her glorious mammary glands, right? Perky little nipples, whatever it may be, right? And then one day, a little bastard is going to come out and he's going to steal them from me. And I'm going to get jealous. So, number one, I don't want to be sharing them with anybody. So, obviously, my child's not going to be sharing her ass with me. So, I'll let him have the tits. I'll have the ass. That's how I feel. That's one fact.
You want to share the woman. Kid gets the tits, you get the ass.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I like that. So, what do you think?
Oh, I love tits. But that's not to say I don't like ass. Like, I feel like this debate is also very one-sided usually, and that's not the way it should be. Women should be loved for the whole, and that is tits and ass,
or just
the whole without the W. Yeah.
Well, we were gonna sound like such dirtbags.
I know.
But no, I don't know. Just booty is booty, bro. I don't know.
But it
might be a
depends.
Miami thing for me, but like there is something about a girl with a nice butt. Like, first of all,
Ass is great.
Okay. Number one, tits. You don't have to work out your tits. Okay. So number one, if a girl's got a really nice
That's
butt,
when you just thank God, literally.
if a girl has a nice butt, that means she works out and she takes care of herself. All right. You can just have
Means
big
that she
tits
squats,
because it's in your genes. You
That
know?
happens, yeah.
And then there's more to it too, because when you go into the tits, there's also like you got to worry about the nipples. I mean, she could have big tits, but I mean, I don't know what kind of nipples you want. I don't want.
Oh, you don't want that Denny's Grand Slam,
No, man.
big old pancake, flapjack looking.
I don't want the Danny
nipples.
Jordans. Okay,
That's an inside one. The Danny
we have a
Jordans.
buddy, man. He's got. I mean, you could throw these bad boys on a pizza. Okay,
Oh my
these
God,
these
they
pepperonis are pretty good. But,
Ill proportioned, horrible.
he's gonna kill us for that. But it's I don't know. Booty is so much better. There's two of each. I guess there's two cheeks and there's two boobies. The boobies are in the front though, so you get a little more intimacy, I guess, from the front. You know, you can look at her eyes while you're doing your thing.
What? She doesn't look back at you?
I mean, she can. I guess it depends on the position.
Yeah.
I guess. But I mean, but the booty's got all the other fun stuff like attached to it.
Like the hole.
Yeah. The other holes, the stuff that's there. So I don't know. And then just like bathing suits, like boobs are a little more acceptable in society. Like people.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
People can put out their boobs in their shirts, stuff like that. People, women, they can put their boobs out there, and dudes too if you got moobs. But
but you don't get free things.
You're not
with
like
moves.
just flashing around your ass crack unless you're like on the beach. Then you got your G-strings and all your nice sexy bathing suits and stuff like that. And then it's kind of hard to peep at boobs compared to ass. Because a girl's going to know if you're looking at her tits.
If you guys are walking opposite ways, it's so much easier to look at tits, and then you have to turn around and look at ass. That is so obvious.
Yeah, but she's
So
not going to turn around.
So it depends.
I guess it depends. But then you could be going up an escalator, and you got a way better. Or you could be going down the escalator.
Oh yes, so tits going down the escalator.
And then
I'm going down.
But I'm going up.
I'm going down.
I'm going up.
I'm going down.
Yeah, so comment on
The
this
glass
as well.
is half full.
The glass is half full, and I think we've both taken a sip from it. Well, at least from these beers, at least. So
I mean, it still depends. Like if she doesn't. Okay, so she doesn't have tits.
Yeah.
Then I'm obviously an ass guy. I mean, if I like her, if she's hot, and I like her, she's an ass girl. I like her.
Now, when you say you're a tit guy, does the size matter?
It does to an extent. I don't want huge, massive tits, stuff that doesn't, play well. They're either built for speed or they're built for comfort. And then I like them right in the middle where they're built for both.
See,
I want to say like C's are like the perfect.
Yeah, C's are pretty good. I feel like the boobs have to fit the woman.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't care if they're huge. I don't care if they're small. If you have a small
I
frame,
at least want a handful though.
Yeah, I mean, you're not, this is not some 14-year-old. I mean, when you've
never been to Thailand,
When
then.
was, okay, well, you want to go to Thailand. I'm talking about the United States. The majority of grown women have at least a handful.
Yeah.
I could definitely say that. But now
It just makes me, more interested if they fill out their shirt.
Yeah, I agree. Now, on the ass end of this conversation,
Literally.
the booty you got to do some work, man. You got to be doing the squats. You got to and then just like dancing. You can't be like filling up on a girl's tits while you're dancing with her.
Sure you can. You're dancing wrong.
Yeah, well, I don't know what dancing what clubs you're going to, but when you're in the club, you get the booty rub. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, everybody seems to dance with their ass nowadays. I noticed that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, actually. And I almost more enjoy not doing it that way.
What do you like? What do you waltz in
No,
the club?
I'm totally lying.
I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
I'm totally. I mean, I still like to dance and have fun too, like just like not booty grinding dancing. But don't get me wrong, I love doing that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, booty, man. It's all about the booty. So comment, tell us what do you think's better. We'll take a poll. And we'll come back on our next show and tell you guys what you guys prefer.
General consensus.
Yeah, general consensus. What is better, tits or ass?
I like it.
Yeah, well, so thank you guys for listening to our second episode tonight. My name is Sam.
And I'm, of course, Coop.
Yeah, and make sure you check us out every Wednesday. We're going to be releasing podcasts. I'm not too sure what we're going to be talking about next week, but be sure to come in and listen. And definitely check us out. Talk about us. Tell your friends about us. Once again, Facebook.com/Happy Hour Talk and YouTube.com/Happy Hour Podcast. You all have a good night. All right. Thanks.
All right. Thanks for listening.